All right, so today we're gonna do something different. We're gonna put on our skates. It's been at least a month, and it's gonna be quite some more time till we are back on the ice and putting on our skates. So first and foremost, make sure you tell your mother or father before you do this, and I would highly recommend that you put on some skate guards also, okay? So pause the video, go put on your skates, talk to mom and dad, and then come back. All right, once you do that, we're gonna go through a couple different series, and we're just gonna get our feet wet, get our feet moving, and get back into the feeling of being on our skates. All right, I've done it a couple times in the past month, but this is the first time though that I've really put them on. So we're gonna go through a couple different series of exercises here. So first, we're just gonna go down, and we're just gonna sit into our feet. All right, just get comfortable sinking. Get your butt down, keep your head up, keep your chest up, and stay steady. All right, keep your heels flat. All right, hold this for about 30 seconds. Pop back up and repeat 3 different times. All right. Next thing you'll do is we're gonna do the same idea again. Hinge your hips, push them back, sink. Your butt should be coming back and flat and all the way down. All right. Don't be coming down chest forward or anything like that. Chest and head are still upright and square. But this time when we go down, we're gonna lean into the tongue of our boots. All right, so we're gonna be a little more on our toes and just get back to that feeling of pushing as if you're going to sprint and accelerate. So basically we're just gonna kind of, you'll see here, I'm just kind of leaning into the tongue, just getting that movement and trying to get my boots moving again and getting them loose since it's been quite some time. So kind of just moving, all right? So do that, you can just hold it, push it forward there for about 30 seconds, pop back up, shake it out, take a couple deep breaths, whatever, and repeat that 3 different times, all right? Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna sink down, we're gonna work on sitting on our outside edges. Same idea, all right? Make sure you're flat in your heel, and make sure you're leaning on your outside edge there. All right, hold it steady, hold for about 30 seconds, come up, shake it out if you want, and you'll want to repeat that 3 times, all right? Then we'll go to our inside edge. I'm gonna spread my feet a little bit more than shoulder width apart, just a tiny bit, just to give me some better balance and coordination. I'm gonna come down and sink, and feel my inside edge, all right? Make sure you're just leaning on that edge alone. Same idea, come down, hinge your hips, sink down through the hips, butt down, head and chest up and square, all right? Pretty simple. Hold it for 30 seconds, come back up, all right? I see a lot of you guys doing stick handling and people doing that, but I think it's really important that we get back into our skates and get them moving again, and just so you get that feeling, so this way when you get back on the ice, it's not some weird feeling to you. Next thing we want to work on is just kind of basically like a crossover motion. Basically we're just gonna cross over our feet. We're again sink, and we're gonna lean on our outside edges. Just come down, hold it there. All right, pretty steady, stay flat in your heels, and just come back up, all right? Again, go down, hold it for 30 seconds. You wanna repeat that movement up and down 3 different times, all right? With that same idea, we'll go into like a crossover idea, emotion, as if we were crossing over, because we want to just kind of get back in the habits of different skating motions that we use on a regular basis. So basically, as if I was pushing under to start my crossover, my left foot's under, obviously pushing off my outside edge. Again, I'm going to kind of come down about halfway. What I really want to focus on here, as I lose my balance, it's definitely a weird feeling. It's definitely different than ice and being a carpet. What I want you to focus on is pushing through this outside edge of your left foot, sinking down as if you're pushing under to get that crossover motion, getting you power and speed to get up the ice, all right? Again, this left foot outside edge, sink into that heel, stay steady, make sure that ankle is nice and straight, all right? Hold that. Come back up. Make sure you understand and can feel it, all right? This is gonna be like a little simple introduction. Here's what we're doing here. We're just getting back into the basic ideas, just doing some basic holds. I will expand on this video in the next couple days, and we'll go into what I call my perfect skating series. For those of you that have been with me you know exactly what we're talking about. We've done this before, basically talking about biomechanics of our body and feeling our edges and learning how to be on our edges correctly. And we'll get into that, but this is just gonna be a simple intro to get our feet wet again, literally break a sweat, get your boots moving, and get the, you know, the stiffness kicked out of your skates, literally, because I know my skates are pretty stiff from not being used to. So we did the left foot, then we obviously have to do the right foot. Same idea with the crossover. As if I was pushing to get myself going, I'm just gonna come down about halfway. Again, focusing on this outside edge of my right foot, sinking about halfway. Again, hips are pushed back and hinged. Then I'm sinking down, head, chest, upper body, nice and square, nice and tall. All right, focusing on as if I was gonna push to come in, all right? And you can give it a little push like that if you want on each side, just to kind of mimic it. Again, go down, hold for 30 seconds, maybe get a little push if you want. All right, repeat everything three different times. It's gonna be really beneficial to do it multiple times, all right? So just come down, hold it as if I was gonna push to accelerate, all right? But a simple hold, it's just down. All right, I'm gonna focus on my right foot, outside edge. Again, flat in my heel, holding that steady, all right? As if I was gonna cross over to gain speed and power, all right? Next thing we're gonna do is just simply rock back and forth. Now for me, I've got Mars Blade Tukes on my skates, so I'll go for you on a side motion here for me. You know, I've got the smallest bearings and I just changed them out right before this all happened. So I was just getting accustomed to it. So with the smallest bearing here, it really gets you rocking. So for me, and even if you don't have them, you just want to get back in the idea of just being on your feet and moving. All right, pretty simple like that. All right, nothing crazy. All right. Then the other thing I want you to do is just some simple squats in your skates. So just come down, come up, all right, come down, come up, all right. Do about 10 squats, all right. Hinge your hips, push back, sink, and come up. All right, 10, take a breath, relax for a minute, shake them out if you need to. All right, repeat 3 different times, all right. Next thing then, try to simulate backwards skating, which is gonna be a little difficult, but we're just gonna kind of focus on leaning a little bit more on that inside edge, getting your hips back as if I was going to skate backwards. So from a side angle view, it'd be like more like this, push back, and I'm just focusing on pushing through my toe here, right? It's weird, it's not something you necessarily see, it's more something you have to visually, actually, I'll take it back, it's more something you have to actually feel through your body. So that's, you know, a lot of motion, a lot of power is going to be through your toes when we skate backwards. So again, holding that inside edge, making sure we have a good angle there, and basically, you know, my left foot here, all right, put my energy on my toes as if I was pushing back to skate backwards, okay? Some simple stuff like that. Other than that, have some fun with it. You can get your stick out. You can do some stick handling while you have your skates on. It's not a bad idea, just walk around, or if you're sitting around, lounging around, put your skates on, have them on your feet. If you're watching TV or something like that for a little bit, that's not a bad idea either. Just get you back in the habit of having your skates on, and again, keep them loose, and this way they're not so stiff when you do get back on the ice, and this way it's not such a foreign object on your feet. Again, once you get back on the ice, at least you have had some practice of being on your skates and things like that. All right, give it a try, have some fun with it. Do everything about 3 different times, all right? And then stay tuned, we'll do another video next couple days. Again, coming back to working on some of that perfect skating. Questions, comments, concerns, let me know.